saddened as a family to announce the death of our dearly beloved sister, a mother, our friend, Winnie khumalo. She was, passed away. She did pass away after a short illness. And as a family, at this stage, we are deeply saddened.
If you can, Atepi, and I know it's probably a very difficult time, we are, of course, reading on some media reports that she was alone at the time and her daughter had frantically reached out for help for somebody to go to her home. Can you give us those details in terms of what happened?
Well, yes, she was sick at that moment, and her daughter was out, but it was her daughter that actually came back home to come and collect her, so that she could be taken to the hospital. She did try to help her at that time. At that moment, she was really not well. But unfortunately, on their drive to the hospital, that's where she passed away, because when they arrived at the hospital, they did pronounce her dead on arrival.
And I mean, just looking at social media, it's blowing up because people obviously are so shocked by this news. How is the rest of the family doing?
Well, of course, it is expected that we are devastated. We are at a loss. Winnie had a son, Utando khumalo, and Uritabile khumalo, who is also in the limelight. She also has 3 grandchildren that she is leaving behind. Ourselves, 3 sisters that she has, and she's leaving behind her mother as well. Of course, we have a vast, loving family, extended family, who are devastated over the loss. Currently, we are at home and surrounded by the people that she loved, her colleagues she was working with, her friends. And the mood is just somber at this moment, with people just devastated over a loss of such a bubbly being.
And she definitely was, and she captured a lot of our imagination, particularly because she came onto our scene at such a young age. Just as we let you go, Tshepi, just a few comments about what she was doing in the latter years of her life. We knew her, of course, through the likes of Brenda Fassie, had close contacts also with producers like Chico Dwala, of course, and we knew her as that bubbly girl, but also as a very, very talented musician.
Absolutely, absolutely. She loved to entertain. She dabbled, yes, we know her for her music, but she also widened out, and she featured in a few productions, like movies, that she starred in. And featured in some dramas, because I know she had a role that she had played in Movango as well, but it was a short casting role. But in the later days, she had a recording company called Winnie Records, where she had signed Uritabile as well, and she had a few releases of her own as well. A very zealous business woman, hard worker, and she just loved to entertain.